Clinton Jaws, guys. I swear to God. The wife right now. She knows I'm doing this, and I can hear the vacuum cleaner going. It's downstairs. I'm downstairs right now, and she's vacuuming half the basement. She chooses now to do it. Oh man, why do I always talk about her? I probably shouldn't, right? I mean, I like her. I live with her. Our kids live here too. And by the way, hey guys, there's a website out there called ClintonJaws.com. There's another one called TheGoldenBadge.com, I think. And retired current members can get one of these. I got a shirt on because I'm so excited. I'm so excited. My wife's making me go out tonight and out for dinner. And that's exciting. I get to sit around a table. The table's filled with other people. And I get to hear them talk about themselves. You want to know something? Okay, I'm retired. Nobody talks to me about being a cop. There's not even I have to listen about their lives. At no time ever has anybody ever said, when we do these kind of functions, hey, Clint, how's the YouTube channel going? How you doing with the YouTube? No. They pretend that I'm not even on YouTube. Don't talk to them about it. Like, I got to listen. It's a bunch of nurses. I got to listen to them talking about nurse stuff. And not at one point is there a question directed towards me. But I get to hear all about nursing. She said, what to you? Then what'd you say? Oh, you know what I would have said? She's actually hitting the door right now with the vacuum. And he fell out of bed? Oh my God. Wayne fell out of bed? And the hospital refused to take him? Are you serious? No. Peter has a wound on his ass? Oh my God. Oh, you treated the wound. Yeah, we got to hear all about wound care, guys. Can't wait to hear about wounds tonight. It's going to be a great night. And, oh, listen to this. This is what she says to me. When I'm about to come down here, I'm walking down the stairs, and she's like, Clint, so, just so you know, she says that a lot, right? So, just so you know, we're not having a hot tub party, okay? Because they're coming back over. They're coming over. They're coming over after dinner, and she's like, we're not having a hot tub party, okay? So, and I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, what are we gonna do? When we come back here, we're gonna sit around and look at each other and talk about wounds. I swear to God. And I shouldn't be saying this because some of them listen. Some of them listen. Okay, I like you, okay? I don't hate you. I like you. I enjoy your company. But we're going to sit around a couch and look at each other. Why not go in the hot tub? I don't know. Just the nursing stuff. The nursing stuff. It would be different if I, was able to throw a cop thing in there. Nobody wants to hear about it. YouTube channel, forget that. What? They don't want to acknowledge that I'm on YouTube. And that's all I do. That's my life. I listen to nursing stories. And I think I've said this before, but there's nothing more boring. My wife comes home sometimes after a shift, and she'll open up the door, and she'll be like, Ethel died today. And she wants to talk about it, right? And I'm like, oh God, here we go. I get to hear all about Ethel's kids, her children, her grandchildren, her life. How'd she die in her sleep? Dramatic, right? Oh. And I know I've said it before. You want to hear how Harold died? You know what I mean? But that's the stuff I have to, that I get to listen to. And really be part of no conversation whatsoever. And I know, okay. And I got to stop saying and. I reviewed one of my videos the other day. And. That's all I say. So I don't want to say that anymore. Back from vacation. It's kind of stagnant. It's a little bit boring. I'm getting a little frustrated with things, I guess. And I know I shouldn't be talking about her. It's not even really a good story. Well, it's not a good story, period. We make spaghetti for the kids. We put hamburger in the sauce. Sometimes it's hamburger, and sometimes it's chicken that looks like hamburger. Do you know what I mean? And she told me which one to buy before I went to Walmart. I go to Walmart, I forget which one she wants. And I said, what kind of beef or what did you want again? I think I said, I'm even stupid actually because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, what? I text her and I go, what kind of hamburger did you want? Because I think they're both hamburger, you know what I mean? And she texts back, ground. So I write her, what kind of hamburger? And she writes back, ground. And I went, ground what? I think we're both dumb. And she goes, ground hamburger. And then I went, fish hamburger or turkey? Oh, this is dumb. And she went, ground chicken. And then I went, oh my God. That was a dumb story. I got to edit that one out. It doesn't even make sense. Hey guys, I did a video about the pair test the other day. I don't know if you watched it. And I showed me, I don't know, 20 seconds of the pair test. And in the video, I said to you, I need a drink of wine. In the video, I said to you guys, okay, after the video, I'm gonna do 7 seconds in here. I was gonna put on my gym uniform, and I'm gonna do 7 seconds of part of the pair test to show you what I mean by quickness and fastness, and how you can do this part fast. Okay, I did that, but I didn't include that in the video. I did it, and I'm sorry I didn't include it in the video. Not that you really care. But after I watched it, man, I've never looked so uncool in my entire life. Like, I hit the ground and knocked things over. So I didn't air those 7 seconds. It looked like a massive tit, so I can't show you the rest of the 7 seconds. It's awful.
Hey man, I just want to say I love your videos. I think you're a pretty awesome guy. I got a question for you. I'm applying for the RCMP. I unfortunately failed my first the English exam, but I am planning on doing it again. I was looking at the applicant questionnaire and had noticed that there is a list of serious crimes that they have listed on there.
Serious.
I'm fairly young. I'm only 19, but I did involve in one of the ones that are in. I'm not going to say what it is, but do you think that it'd be worth waiting a decent amount of time before applying, or do you think that that might be a bit too much for them to say no and defer me, or do it, like maybe even try charging? Like I don't know. I'm just kind of quite curious to see what your thoughts on that are. I look forward to hearing back from you. Thanks so much.
You bet, dude, and thanks for calling. And you know what? I missed the end there, but you said something charging? Like, are you worried they're going to charge you with the crime if you admit it? First of all, it doesn't matter if you're 19 or... Yes, it's great to wait amount of time. 3 years, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. But it doesn't hurt to apply. Because that's not going to... all they're going to do is say no. But when you say serious crime, I need to know the crime. I need to know the crime. I mean, there's serious crimes, and then there's less serious crimes, right? If it's a serious... Well, if you go around murdering people, you're not going to become a cop. Do you know what I mean? That's a serious crime. If you're watching videos on the internet, which is scary, by the way, those videos... Which site do you guys go to now? I don't even like Googling. You know, I'm not going to say the word. Got to remember I have children, and one day they're going to see this channel. And that's really part of the reason why I do the channel, because when I'm gone and I'm dead, well, there's going to be old dad on YouTube forever, which is kind of cool. Sorry. Yeah, there's certain things that you just will never become a cop if you have done them. And so I would need, yes, okay, if you drank and drove and got away with it, that's different. It's not, that's a less serious crime. I feel weird saying that. But you can still become a cop with stuff like that. Maybe shoplifting, right? You're 19, you stole some socks from, I don't know, fields, and you didn't tell anybody, you didn't get caught. Yeah, you'd wait a bit before you apply. Or you don't even have to wait. They would just tell you no. Try again in 3 years. Something like that. And I don't know if I really answered your question. Wasn't enough information on the question. But thanks for calling. And thanks for watching. And thanks for being 19. How lucky are you?
Hey, I'm a big fan of your channel. I've been watching it throughout my application process.
Hey, big boy. Thanks for calling, man.
For the Mounties. I just got my medical clearance, and my security clearance is also done. So I'm supposing this is kind of towards the end of the application, and well, I have to get ready to maybe potentially go at any time. So I just wanted to ask, for you who's done it before, if you could rewind time, what would you do?
Oh God.
With all your friends or your family or whatever before?
What would I do with my friends?
With all your friends or your family or whatever before you got sent to Depot. Thanks for the tip, and keep up the good stuff. And I always love to hear your content and your Depot tips and your stories. It's really inspiring. Thanks.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. And awesome. Awesome. You're going to Depot. That's so cool, man. Assuming you pass a security clearance. I got to do a video on security clearance. Mine was insane. Insane. I can't believe the stuff they do when they check out your background. It's incredible. What would I do with my friends? I don't think I would do it. He wants to know, I think, hey, I'm about to go to Depot. I'm going to leave for 6 months. What do I do with my friends and family? I don't know, say bye-bye, I guess. You know, should I tell my story? You know what's weird? I only had a week. I had like 8 days, 7 days. So I didn't see my friends. And you might as well kiss some of those friends goodbye, because they're going to look at you differently. I might be wrong, but I don't think I am. I came back on my Christmas break, like after 3 months of being at Depot. They didn't care who I was. They didn't. They looked at me differently. Maybe I should have took my uniform off. Just kidding. Okay, I'm kidding. But they looked at me differently, and I've never had, you're going to lose some friends. I don't know, hang out with them, have fun. Don't speed. Don't drive. Whatever you do, don't drive right now. Try to drive as less as you can. You don't want to get into an accident. You don't want to get a ticket. But it's weird right now. Like I had a week, but some people right now I seen on Facebook, they got the golden call and they're not going till like summer. That never existed before. I'll tell you this, and I don't think this is okay. I'll tell you a bit about my story. It was September. I got the call on September 17th. They called me. Recruiting called me. And the lady said, actually, you want to know what she said? Because I lived with my sister, okay? I thought I was going to go in weeks. And after a year and a half, I'm still living at my sister's house in the basement. This lady, my sister picks up the phone, and I've been waiting for the call forever. At one point, 2 weeks before that, I tried to rattle the cage and said, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to have to get my own place. Because it just took so long. She calls, my sister answers the phone, and she's like, Clint, telephone. So I pick up the phone, I'm like, hello, and it's like Sherry. I don't know what the hell her name is. Just a wingnut. Sorry she was, though. She told me to take a trunk to Depot. A trunk. I'm glad I didn't do that. And so she goes, first of all, before we continue this conversation, I need to ask, who is that girl that picked up the phone? And I went, oh my God. I went, that's my sister. She goes, oh, thank goodness. Because if it was your girlfriend, we'd have to start your background check over. I'm like, that would have took another 4 months. Who knows if I would even be a cop. So isn't that strange? Remember that, guys. If you start a new relationship, they're looking, they're watching, they're paying attention. She tells me, I would formally like to offer you Troop 14. And she paused. She expected me to get really excited. But I didn't. I dealt with her for so long, I didn't want to give her that moment. You know what I mean? But I was like, oh my God. You're going to Depot next week. And I'm like, what? It's Friday. I was working at Shaw Cable. I came home to get the call because my sister had said she'd called before. So I go home and I wait for her call again. It's a Friday. I think it's a Friday, September 17th. I can't remember. I think it was a Friday. And I'm going to Depot the next Saturday. So I get off the phone and I drive back to Shaw Cable and I sit down with my boss, and Martin Velson, Shaw Cable Nanaimo, and I'm like, I quit. He goes, what? I go, yeah, I'm going to Depot. And the guy hugged me because they interviewed him as part of the background check. And he couldn't believe it. You're going to Depot? Yeah, I'm going. Wow. It was a cool moment. It was a big moment. But I think that's what you do. You quit your job right away when you know you're going. When you get that call and you know you're going, you quit your job right away and just enjoy life. And what was kind of, and I never realized it, but people told me afterwards who worked at Shaw Cable, they're like, we had no idea. Like, we always thought you were a loser and nothing. They thought it was cool because they turned around one day and they're like, where's Clint? He's going to become a cop. Back then, that was a real big deal. What? What do you mean? He never told us that. I didn't tell anybody that I was interested in this thing. And so they were shocked. I go home. I had a girl call me like later in the week, and she's like, all of a sudden, the girls were interested in me. And she's like, what? Clint, her name was Tammy. You're going to Depot? What the F? That's unbelievable. You didn't tell anybody. Hey, do you want to go to Cactus Club tonight? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I mean, I liked her. We were friendly. And I think she actually wanted, I don't know. Well, maybe I do know. But we went to Cactus Club together, and she got me a gift, and going away gift and everything. Why am I rambling on about this? I get, well, you asked, what do you do when you get the call, right? I'm just telling you what I did in 8 days. And this is probably the most important thing of my life that I did. And I got 2 kids, the best kids on the planet. You can't get any better, okay? I got those 2 kids because of what I did. Because of that phone call that day. I come home Friday, and there was a girl that I was interested in, and I had met her through Shaw Cable. Yeah, that's where I met her. She worked like a couple hours a week, and she was actually from Port Alberni, but I never knew her. She was a lot younger than me, and we got along, but I never had the guts to ask her out. I never asked people out. Wow. Maybe I need to backtrack that one. I never had the guts to ask out somebody that was out of my league. So I would never do it. I would just settle with, I was happy with a 7 or a 6. 7, that's up in it. But the feeling I had, I go home and I got no job, right? But I'm on top of the world. I'm going to Depot. I'm really going to start a career. And I felt untouchable. I felt like there was not a better feeling. I felt, I don't want to say the word better than everybody else is wrong. But it was something like that. So I got the guts to ask her out. On Friday. I asked through email. Email just started becoming a thing. And I emailed her. And I asked her to come over for dinner. And she said yes. I'm like, what? You're really going to come over? And I ended up marrying her. But we talk about it like she loved the fact she had never met anybody that actually went to college and then went to become a cop. And she thought I was awesome, but I didn't know that. I thought she was awesome. And so she comes over for dinner, and while we're eating dinner, it was a fondue. I made her a fondue. She tells me she's going to the bar with her friends later on. And I'm like, I'm thinking in my head, are you serious? Like, what a letdown. You think that she's going to spend the night, right? At least. That's bad to say. Or you're going to hang out. But she's going to, I'm like, well, we better hurry up and eat so you could go to the bar and dance the night away. It might have had something to do with because I had a bed in the living room. And maybe she took a look at the bed and she thought, oh, what's this guy? Who's this douche? Has a bed in his living room. Anyways, I made up my mind because it ticked me off so badly. And for whatever reason back then, I had such a high standard of, well, you're gone, right? Date a girl. I don't like the smallest thing. You don't got a chance. In my mind, she no longer had a chance with me. But then we started drinking some wine. And for whatever reason, to this day, I don't know why. Well, because she's awesome. I said, you know what? Because she had asked me to go to the bar with her. She goes, do you want to come? And I went, no. At first I went, no, I'm not going. No, thank you. Hoping that she would change her mind and not go. But something said to me, and this story's way too long, but something said to me, you need to go. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go to the bar with you. And that was a big deal for me. And thank God I did it. Or I wouldn't have the kids I have. And I'll never forget this. We left my sister's house, and she in Nanaimo, and she lived a couple miles away. So we started. It was a nice night. It was a nice night, and we started walking to her house because she had to get ready. She had to put on her bar star clothes, right? And we're walking. We get about halfway, and I remember exactly where our first kiss was. And she said something like, "So, just so you know, I don't usually kiss on the first date, so." And I'm like, oh, do you want me, this is dumb, but would you like me to kiss you? Yeah. And then you flash forward 25 years later, and it's, those so's don't sound so sexy. We're in the bedroom the other night, and she takes the piece out, and she goes, "So, just so you know, there won't be any coming out my mouth. So," that's what life is. And I'm like, are you for real? And I'm whispering, but I'm like, are you for real? And she's like, yeah. Her beautiful so's. I remember those. And now, just so you know, that's so stupid. And I think I've said that before. But my birthday is once a year. And I'm just like, can't you finish one job? Really? Can't you just finish one job? And I told her, why are you so fine with doing a so-so job? I can't air this. It's not even funny. Her so's are so demanding. Now it's like, they used to be so sweet. Now it's like a duty. It's an absolute duty. And I swear to God, she does paint half the basement every now and then. So, I painted half the basement. So, you want me to finish the rest? Yeah. Comes home from Walmart. So, I went grocery shopping, just so you know. So, and I'm like, oh, okay, you want me to cook the dinner? Yeah. Oh my God, I better slow down on the red wine. This is stupid. Just once I'd like to throw her a box of, I don't know, brake pads. You know what I mean? So, I went off. Very unfunny, but really truthful, though. Truthful. And embarrassing that I shared that with you. It's not even enjoyable, though, on my birthday. She's like, guess what you're going to get? I'm like, no, please. Hey, if you're not going to finish the job, forget it. Like, it's everything. It's everything that we do. She starts it, does it half-ass, and then I got to finish it. Like, you know what I mean? How is that fun? How is that a good birthday present? What, you don't like it? No. No, I don't. Hey, dude, thanks for calling. Just enjoy life, be careful, be safe, and I gotta go. I gotta put some pants on. I got the shirt on already. And I gotta eat a plate of roast beef. I guess I gotta change my shirt. Do you really? I'm on the carnivore diet. I'm gonna have a plate of roast beef, guys. You know how gross that is? Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Will you subscribe? After this episode, I don't blame you if you don't. Anyways, thank you. Thank you? Who are you thanking? Have a good night. Bye-bye.